Hello and welcome. This is Cherie with Rehash Fiber. Today I'm going to tell you about a really fun bag, and then we're going to talk about a great book to read. All right, I have here the Whidbey bag by Wool & Pine. When I first saw the image, I was intrigued and it went on my to-do list. Now the pattern calls for 500 yards of DK weight yarn, and you use a US 4 or 3.5 millimeter knitting needle. The pattern is wonderfully written, easy to understand each step of the way, and in the pattern, they give you a password to get to the video tutorials. So if you have any doubt about anything, you can watch how it's done. This is a lovely knitting project. You start with a provisional cast on, and you knit for a bit, then roll it over and join it together so that it creates this wonderful channel for your I-cord to go in, so you can cinch your bag. Now it is worked in 2 panels and then joined together. However, my little side story is I did my own hand spun llama, and I did not do it to gauge by accident, and so I ended up with the worsted weight. So I only ended up doing one of the panels because mine was so thick and big. So if you have the appropriate yarn for the pattern, you will need 2 panels. Once you make your channels, you join it in the round and you get to do straight knitting all the way down, which is so much fun and goes so fast. You do the length in the pattern or the length you desire, then you bind off with 3 needles. Again, great instructions. Now the bag is not done because you have to add all the fun stuff to it. You take your scrap yarn, which I always love when there's an opportunity to use scrap yarn, and you weave it in. You can create any colorful pattern you want. It can be completely random, and you have this fun accent on your bag. Then you make I-cords for your straps. I did mine a little different. Theirs are great, just follow along. And you have a wonderful bag for carrying whatever you need. Mine is a little bit littler because I said, I had to adjust mine for my weight of fiber, but it's actually perfect for what I need. Because when I travel, I have a big backpack that holds everything, but there are days I just need something that will hold water and a little bit of knitting. So this is the bag for that. Now I do have one side note to say that I have learned through the years with my own personal preference that anytime I crochet or knit a bag, I put a fabric lining in it. It just makes me feel better because I like knowing everything is secure, nothing's gonna poke out, and I just like it. So the tip for doing that is you can tape regular old printer paper together to make a bigger piece of paper, lay your item on it, trace around it, then you can use that as your pattern for the fabric. Stitch inside that just a bit, check it all along the way to make sure it's fitting the way you like. And once you have your lining that fits in your bag, I just hand stitch to the top, and now it is lined and it feels good to me. So there's my little extra tidbit on my Whidbey bag. Very fun, super excited to use it. I'm going out of town this week, gonna give it a run. All right, moving on to the fiber fun talk. I was at my church stitching group, telling them how I'm reaching out to the community, looking for teaching jobs to teach people that may not have ever even thought about fiber art and how it can help. They said, read this book. It is called Hooked by Sutton Foster, and she is a Broadway actress who went on to do television. But all the while she was crocheting, and it was giving her peace and joy in some hard times in her life. She does other art as well. Fantastic. So actually the fiber art part of the book is very minimal, but her story is very interesting. If you want to follow a Broadway actress from the beginning till all the way through, this is great. It was just fun to know how that all works. And I've been curious about that because I go to Broadway shows and think, how do they do that 8 times a week? The energy, the perfection, being in front of that many people, putting that much effort out there. Well, here, she tells you about it. It's really good. You'll enjoy it. Yes, and so working towards teaching in my community, I do want to hear your stories of how you feel about fiber art. If it's just the joy and the fun, but also if it helped you through something hard, send me an email, rehashfiber@outlook.com. I will collect the stories and I will share them so you can remain anonymous. But I just want people to know that this is a thing that helps and have firsthand stories so that people just understand it better and are more curious to want to feel that for themselves. Oh, and one more thing. If you would like to get any merch, it's going to be on sale 25% off October 24th through 26th. You can go to rehashfiber.com merchandise. Go look through there. There's the globe of yarn. There's my logo. There's Got Kivute and Yarn Crawl the World. All of that is on a variety of merchandise and you get 25% off, but it also helps me and the show. So go enjoy. You get something for that and it does good for everybody. All right, everyone. If you choose to do the Whidbey bag, happy knitting and thanks for watching.